Ever wonder how the rich seem to keep getting richer? Well, it's not just about having a fat bank account. It's also about the psychological tricks they use to stay on top of their game. In this video, we're going to dive into the mind of the wealthy and explore the sneaky mental strategies they employ to keep their cash flowing and their financial empire growing. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just starting to dip your toes into the money pool, this video is packed with practical tips and psychological hacks that can help you think like a rich person and maybe even become one yourself. 1. The Diderot effect and its impact on spending. Picture this. You just bought a shiny new gadget and suddenly your trusty old couch looks like a relic from the Stone Age. Before you know it, you're shelling out cash for a sleek sofa to match your high-tech toy. Welcome to the Diderot effect, named after the French philosopher who fell victim to this very phenomenon. It's the tendency to upgrade our lifestyle when we acquire something new, leading to a never-ending cycle of spending. But here's the thing. Wealthy people know how to resist this urge. They understand that true financial success comes from being content with what they have and making intentional choices about when to upgrade. So how can you channel your inner rich person and avoid falling into the Diderot trap? Start by being mindful of your purchases and asking yourself if they're truly necessary. Just because you can afford something doesn't mean you should buy it. Also, try to cultivate a sense of gratitude for the things you already own. Appreciate their value and the role they play in your life. By shifting your mindset from constant upgrades to contentment, you can break free from the Diderot effect and keep more of your hard-earned cash in your pocket. 2. Cultivating a growth mindset about money. Let's talk about the power of mindset when it comes to building wealth. You see, rich people don't just have bigger bank accounts. They also have a different way of thinking about money. They cultivate what's called a growth mindset, which means they view their financial capabilities as skills that can be developed and improved over time. Instead of saying, I'm just not good with money, they think, I can learn to be better with money. And that, my friends, makes all the difference. When you adopt a growth mindset, you're more likely to seek out financial education, take calculated risks, and bounce back from setbacks. You understand that your current financial situation doesn't define your future potential. So, how can you start thinking like a wealthy person? First, recognize that your money skills are not set in stone. You have the power to learn, grow, and adapt. Second, seek out resources and mentors who can help you expand your financial knowledge. Read books, listen to podcasts, and surround yourself with people who have a healthy relationship with money. Finally, embrace challenges and view mistakes as opportunities to learn and improve. Remember, even the most successful investors and entrepreneurs had to start somewhere. By cultivating a growth mindset, you'll be well on your way to joining their ranks and building the wealth you've always dreamed of. 3. Focusing on value, not price. It's time to talk about the art of making smart purchase decisions. You see, wealthy people have a secret weapon when it comes to buying things. They focus on value, not just price. They understand that sometimes paying a little more for a high-quality item can actually save them money in the long run. Take a pair of shoes, for example. A cheap pair might seem like a bargain at first, but if they fall apart after a few wears, you'll end up spending more money replacing them. On the other hand, investing in a well-made, durable pair of shoes might cost more up front, but they'll last for years, giving you more bang for your buck. The same principle applies to everything from appliances to investments. Wealthy people don't just look at the sticker price. They consider factors like quality, longevity, and potential for appreciation. They're willing to pay a premium for things that will hold their value or even increase in worth over time. So how can you start thinking like a value-focused rich person? Before making a purchase, ask yourself, is this item built to last? Will it save me money or time in the long run? Is it a wise investment for my future? By shifting your mindset from cheap to valuable, you'll make smarter spending decisions that can help you build and maintain your wealth over time. 4. Practicing delayed gratification. All right, my financially savvy friends, let's talk about one of the most powerful psychological tricks in the wealthy person's toolkit: delayed gratification. It's the ability to resist the temptation of immediate rewards in favor of greater benefits down the line. Think about it like this. When you're offered a piece of cake, do you devour it right away or save it for later when you can really savor it? Rich people are masters at choosing the latter. They understand that sometimes the best things in life are worth waiting for. In the world of finance, delayed gratification might mean investing your money instead of splurging on a fancy vacation or holding off on buying that designer handbag until you've saved up enough to pay for it in cash. It's about prioritizing long-term gains over short-term pleasures. But here's the thing, delayed gratification isn't always easy. It requires discipline, patience, and a keen eye for the bigger picture. That's where the power of goal setting comes in. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, whether it's buying a house, starting a business, or retiring early, it's easier to make sacrifices in the present moment. So, how can you start flexing your delayed gratification muscle? Start by setting specific, achievable financial goals and breaking them down into smaller milestones. Celebrate your progress along the way, but keep your eye on the prize. And remember, every time you resist an impulse purchase or choose to invest instead of spend, you're one step closer to living like a truly wealthy person. 5. Practicing mindful spending. Let's dive into another psychological trick that rich people use to stay on top of their financial game: mindful spending. It's all about being fully present and aware of every dollar that leaves your wallet. Think of it like a spending meditation. You're tuning into your money moves and making intentional choices about where your hard-earned cash goes. Wealthy people don't just throw money around willy-nilly. They have a keen understanding of their income, expenses, and financial goals, and they use that knowledge to guide their spending decisions. They ask themselves questions like, is this purchase aligned with my values and priorities? Will it bring me lasting happiness or just a fleeting rush of retail therapy? By practicing mindful spending, you can avoid falling into the trap of mindless consumerism and keep more of your money where it belongs, in your bank account. So, how can you become a mindful spending guru? Start by tracking your expenses for a month to get a clear picture of where your money is going. Then, create a budget that aligns with your income, needs, and goals. Before making any purchase, take a moment to pause and reflect on whether it's truly necessary and valuable to you. And don't be afraid to walk away from impulse buys or sales that don't serve your financial vision. Remember, every mindful spending choice you make is a step towards a richer, more fulfilling life. 6. Mastering emotional investing. It's time to talk about one of the biggest psychological hurdles in the world of wealth building: emotional investing. It's that gut-wrenching feeling when the stock market takes a nosedive and you're tempted to sell everything in a panic. Or the euphoric high when a stock skyrockets and you want to pour all your money into it. Sound familiar? Well, here's the thing. Wealthy people know how to keep their cool when it comes to investing. They've mastered the art of separating their emotions from their financial decisions, and that's what sets them apart from the average investor. They understand that the market is going to have its ups and downs, but they stay focused on their long-term goals and stick to their investment strategy no matter what. So, how can you start investing like a level-headed rich person? First, educate yourself about the market and develop a solid investment plan based on your goals and risk tolerance. Then, automate your investments so you're not tempted to tinker with them every time the market fluctuates. And when those inevitable emotional moments come up, take a deep breath and remind yourself of your big picture objectives. It's okay to feel the fear or excitement, but don't let it drive your decisions. By mastering emotional investing, you'll be able to ride out the market's twists and turns with confidence and keep your wealth-building journey on track. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. 7. Embracing frugality even when wealthy. Let's talk about a surprising trait that many wealthy people share: frugality. That's right. Even when they've got more than enough dough to spare, rich people often choose to live modestly and save their pennies. It's like they've got a built-in money-saving superpower. But why would someone with a hefty bank account choose to pinch their pennies? Well, it all comes down to the long game. Wealthy people understand that maintaining their fortune isn't just about making more money. It's also about being smart with the money they already have. By embracing frugality and avoiding frivolous spending, they're able to keep more of their wealth working for them in investments and savings. Plus, living below their means gives them a cushion in case of unexpected expenses or economic downturns. So, how can you start thinking like a frugal millionaire? First, take a hard look at your spending habits and see where you can cut back. Do you really need that fancy latte every morning, or could you make your coffee at home? Could you shop secondhand instead of always buying brand new? Small changes can add up to big savings over time. Next, focus on value rather than status. Just because you can afford something doesn't mean you should buy it. Ask yourself if a purchase will truly enrich your life or if it's just a fleeting desire. By embracing frugality, you'll be able to keep more of your money where it belongs, in your pocket, and working towards your long-term financial goals. Who knows, you might even inspire your wealthy pals to follow suit. 8. Developing resilience to financial setbacks. As much as we'd all love to live in a world where financial success is a straight shot to the top, the truth is that setbacks are a normal part of the journey. Even the wealthiest among us have faced their fair share of money mishaps and market mayhem. But here's the thing, it's not the setbacks themselves that define your financial future, but rather how you respond to them. That's where resilience comes in. Developing a resilient mindset means learning to bounce back from financial blows and keep pushing forward towards your goals. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning rather than crushing defeats. So, how can you start building your money resilience muscles? First, acknowledge that setbacks are inevitable and that they don't define your self-worth or financial potential. Next, focus on what you can control, like your spending habits, saving strategies, and investment choices. When a financial setback does happen, take a deep breath and assess the situation objectively. What can you learn from this experience? How can you pivot your plan to get back on track? Finally, surround yourself with a supportive network of friends, family, and financial professionals who can offer guidance and encouragement along the way. Remember, every setback is a chance to come back stronger and smarter than before. By developing resilience, you'll be able to weather any financial storm and keep pursuing your dreams of wealth and abundance. 9. Employing gratitude to reduce greed. Let's talk about a powerful psychological tool that wealthy people use to keep their financial cravings in check: gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in the never-ending cycle of wanting more, especially when you've got a taste of financial success. But constantly chasing after the next shiny object or bigger bank balance can lead to some pretty unsavory behavior, like greed and reckless spending. That's where gratitude comes in. By taking time to appreciate what you already have, whether it's a roof over your head, a loving family, or a fulfilling career, you can shift your focus from what you lack to what you've been blessed with. And that, my friends, is the key to making more rational financial decisions. When you're coming from a place of gratitude, you're less likely to make impulsive purchases or take unnecessary risks with your money. You're more content with what you have and less driven by the need to keep up with the Joneses. So, how can you start practicing financial gratitude? Start by keeping a journal of the things you're thankful for, both big and small. Take a moment before making any big money moves to reflect on whether they align with your values and priorities. And don't forget to share your wealth and good fortune with others through acts of generosity and philanthropy. By cultivating an attitude of gratitude, you'll be able to make financial choices that are grounded in wisdom, not greed. 10. Psychology of money and happiness. Let's dive into a topic that's near and dear to everyone's heart: the relationship between money and happiness. It's a common belief that more money equals more joy, but is that really true? The answer, it turns out, is a bit more complex. While having enough money to cover your basic needs and live comfortably is certainly important for overall well-being, research shows that beyond a certain point, additional wealth doesn't necessarily lead to greater happiness. In fact, some studies suggest that the pursuit of money can actually detract from our joy and fulfillment if it comes at the cost of other important aspects of life, like relationships, health, and personal growth. So, how can you find the sweet spot between financial success and personal happiness? Start by defining what happiness means to you, not what society or social media tells you it should be. Then, focus on using your money in ways that align with your values and bring you a sense of purpose and satisfaction. That might mean investing in experiences rather than material possessions, giving back to your community, or pursuing a career that feeds your passion. Remember, the true measure of wealth isn't just the size of your bank account, but the richness of your life as a whole. By finding balance and meaning in your financial journey, you'll be well on your way to achieving true prosperity, both in your wallet and in your heart. And there you have it. So what's next for you? Discover why the wealthy always win, or learn the financial mistakes even smart people make. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.